Hi guys, welcome to another episode of AmeriCooking. Today we are checking out the bakery at the Med, or the Mediterranean. Here is David, head baker. David, what is the secret to making amazing bread?
Well, I think it starts with a lot of drive and a lot of passion. Being present is very much the key. You have to monitor the process from start to finish and make sure you're always aware of what's going on. As the seasons change, you always have to adjust temperatures and you're always monitoring things.
And elevation, right? Here in Boulder, we're so high.
Sure, that's mostly with chemically leavened things, with like baking soda or baking powder. It's all naturally leavened, which you see here on the shelf. With naturally leavened bread, the dryness is what really affects us. That also changes with the seasons. You're always adjusting your temperature to make sure your starters are where they need to be.
If I were to take a baguette, how would you know it's a good baguette?
First, you taste it, and you love the taste.
And what are you going for? What kind of texture?
There's a certain creaminess and kind of a sweetness that you get with naturally leavened bread. You taste it, and the aroma. With good fermentation, you really get all of those things. Not to mention the crust.
Good
squeeze
thick crust.
it, and you hear that noise, and that's also a very good indicator.
Do you have a favorite bread?
I think bread is just a necessary thing that we eat every day.
Americans eat a lot of bread.
It just accompanies things. Keep it simple. That's what it's all about for me. Our country levain is my favorite bread. This is our country levain. We make our olive bread. We make our pumpkin seed out of this. This is just flour and water. And this is called an autolyse. So you allow the water to be absorbed into the flour, and then you rest it before you add any salt or leavening to it. This allows everything to hydrate before it starts fermenting. That way you build really strong protein structure. And we're very delicate on the flour, and it's very much minimal touching to get the structure and that final characteristics that we're looking for. This will sit for half an hour, and I'll add in the leavening and the salt, and we'll incorporate that in. And at that point, we'll divide it out into bins, and then we'll add any additions that may go. And this will actually be shaped today, put in the cooler, and then be baked tomorrow morning.
Baked tomorrow morning. Okay, so you do everything in
almost 24 hours of fermentation that is on the dough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
What kind of bread do we have here today?
This is a country loaf. It's made with a levain, so it's slightly sour but a little bit more creamy in flavor.
Okay. What is a levain? Is that a
Levain
ingredient?
is it's a term for a starter, for a bread starter, and ours is a liquid levain, which means that it's equal parts of flour and water, so it's...
Okay.
And this here is a sourdough, which is made stiff starter.
Beautiful.
Different than this. The country dough, we make these baguettes, the pumpkin seed. These are all also large country loaves, but decorative loaves that we're going to put out on a bread display in the restaurant.
Okay.
Different scores on them.
Wow. So these breads have just been taken out, and I can hear them crackling. I hope, like me, you have grown a new appreciation for fresh, delicious bread. And I'll see you next time on AmeriCooking.